Hello everyone, my name is Nehal. I am a Foundation in Science student and this is my second semester. So in today's experiment, we will be testing the effect of different water temperature on the activity of yeast. So we are going to observe how yeast behaves in the presence of warm water and cold water. To do this experiment, you will use simple materials. We are going to need sugar, spoon, instant yeast, 2 containers, they have to be of similar size, and in addition to warm water, so we're not going to use boiling water, just warm, and then cold water. We will begin this experiment by adding the same amount of sugar to container A as well as container B. So you must pay attention to add the exact amount of sugar to both containers because it is a controlled variable, and also the amount of water should also be the same because water is also a controlled variable in this experiment. The only independent variable is going to be the temperature of water. Now make sure to stir the sugar in the water until it completely dissolves before we proceed to adding yeast. Now, moving on to our second part of the experiment, we will be adding half teaspoon of yeast to both containers. The amount of yeast has to be also the same. Here I use normal yeast, instant yeast that you can buy at the market. You can observe some instant changes. Here in container B of warm water, you can see that the yeast started to dissolve immediately in the water, in contrast to container A, which we used cold water in it. The yeast does not mix or even dissolve instantly with water. It takes a longer time. Now this is what both of the containers look like at the beginning. Both containers were left for exactly 10 minutes, and this is the end result. After 10 minutes in container A that has cold water, the yeast did not really react with the water or even produce any effervescence. So comparing with container B that has warm water, the yeast is activated much faster, produced effervescence or bubbles also faster, and as well as the smell that was more strong in this container than container A. There was more smell, and you could also hear some sounds or effervescence of the yeast reacting and forming carbon dioxide.